Probably makes more sense, eh? The Adamantium method, and then just hope that I get quests that allow me to travel. It's probably the best idea. Best way to go about it.
Hand in hand, they toil, and the earth gives in return. The smile of the harvest.
Oh, quest.
Hey you! Go away!
Hey you, I'm gonna get
Gods,
your
what do I
attention
tell
and then tell you to
Sylvia?
go away.
What do I tell the children? It's not bad enough that
What
their
a
mother
muppet.
a little earlier and you'd have beaten the
On a
other
Ben
bandits to my
stream?
crops. But I guess that's on you, isn't it?
Won't happen. Immediate loss. If he has to pay, cooked. That'll be my biggest night. Everyone in my chat will be subbed. All my followers will have subs. Maxed out. Man will be broke. Yeah.
Ah, finally! Someone who cares about something other than themselves. When they ran away, I saw them following the river
My
north.
responsibility? Nah,
They're
he's his own
probably
entity,
hiding
that
up there,
guy.
waiting to steal from someone else. You come back with my crops, and I'll give you whatever I can. You can't put a price on survival.
Man's his own entity. He's something different, that guy. Good egg.
Yeah.
My channel, my problem. Oh, man.
Just like the good old days.
Guy's been my problem for years. Where do I have to go for that? No idea. Or I just don't have the quest active. How many areas in this game, by the way? Maybe 8 or 9? Oh yeah. Food theft. Retrieve the stolen crops. Where's that on the map? Nope. Go to the city first. Is it as big or is it a bit smaller? By the way, joke's on all you clowns thinking I was gonna curse. Up yours. Ain't getting a dime out of me for subs.
Word of advice, give a wide berth to the governor's manor. Giatta's about to tear that poor man a new one.
Yeah, you get me, you get me.
Well, I hope you have a stomach for profanity.
Huh. A woman shouting profanity at leadership? Reminds me of home.
She came storming up the hill with a wheelbarrow full of
Nah, it's a
spoiled
lie, I don't
crops.
trust Echo. That's
Then
not
the
it.
shouting started.
Animancer's
It's been
fine.
21 minutes.
This I
Don't
have
try
to
and
see.
bait me.
This isn't the first time Giatta's put the governor in his place, but it might be the last. You could do a lot worse than Giatta, but she can be a bit confrontational. The governor's manor is on the far side of town.
John's a
You can't miss
great
it.
mod.
Just follow the sound of foul language.
I was hoping to learn some local curses.
Looking forward to seeing what it looks like when animancers fight.
He is a legend, absolute legend. No cursing line, so that's a sub from you, buddy. Lead by example. Retrieve the stolen crops. Don't know what you're on about. Ain't pulling anything, mate. I love Echo trying to get me to cook myself. Was a good one. Who's this clown?
Ah, the Emperor's
Who's
envoy. Inquisitor Ludwig said you might be heading this way.
Yes, I'm on a diplomatic mission.
As am I, in a way. Forgive me. I'm Captain Alfia, captain in the Steel Garrote. If you're here to speak with Vidaro, I'm afraid you'll find the governor is quite beyond reason. These Valians and their love of animancy.
Animancy.
While they theorize and do nothing, the sickness spreads. But worry not, envoy. The Steel Garrote will be ready to ensure the safety of Adiran interests when the time comes.
Ah, Echo. Swear for me. I swear my fealty to Echo, to God and to country. Amen. Hey, what are you talking about?
We all have our part to play, envoy. Until later.
She's as subtle as a broadside.
Does subtle mean something different outside of Solace?
Piazza. Couple of quests over here. Oh, bounties, yep. Ooh, what do we got here? Belduran, that's a rock. Okay, cool. Gotta kill a rock. Riveting. The Trantons. Homeless looking people. Old Nuna. Oh, okay, that's a death bear. Dalamgan. Killing a group of Dalamgan. Okay, these are the...
those Dalamgan.
Dalamgan. Flesh is dispatched. Sounds are... This guy's just gonna have so many different people just dead. Kill Zorps. Okay, cool.
Not evil, it is just in their nature to push back
As far as,
against the
yeah,
expansion of
100%, yep.
civilization. Still, survival of the
The
fittest and
Dynasty
all that,
Warrior
eh?
Force. Yep. What's Echo's? It's Uwu. That's terrible. It's his force. Uwu. Wei Wu Shu and Uwu. Ooh, bunch of quests around everywhere. Can't take it back. Sworn fealty. Echo's my boy anyway. Rate him highly. The
Have
gifted
you heard?
magpie.
Giata's
Crumpled letter. Author of Tanned Catacomb.
travel at the governor's mansion again.
Animances.
He has a point.
The Dum-Dums.
We should do something about the Dream Scourge.
If I was a Dynasty Warrior. This sounds so...
talk. The
dumb.
governor has ears all over
What
town.
weapon would I wield? You could order me to curse. I revolt.
Come on. My invention is guaranteed.
What's the meaning of this?
What are we enlarging?
Look at your city. The Dream Scourge is laying waste to our home.
What can I enlarge?
There is no dream.
I'm trying to think what kind of weapon would I wield? From Origins or just in general?
Careful, or we'll get thrown out of the pub. We're already.
Because if it's in general,
Really?
Katana.
And when did that happen?
I had one job.
Katana. Zhou Tai from Wu wields a katana. Probably wield that. Just fist everyone, yep. Trying to think of some of the best weapons. What else has been amazing? At one point in time, Lubu had like this 4-bladed like chakram that was elite. That'd be cool. Don't know how I'd use it though. Had a great sword, a glaive. So many cool weapons. What is this? Fiddle go?
Look out for her, Fidelio. How hard could that have been?
But yeah, probably a katana. Japanese like katana is probably one of my favorite weapons. Lubu's cockroach. Do not chase Lubu. These PCs can't use. Yeah. I actually have 2 katanas here, funnily enough, to the side.
If I could help myself, do you think I'd be in here? I don't mean that. I have a lot on my plate.
No? Anatomy. Yeah, duel against kangaroos, yep. Yep.
My 2 youngest rangers
Check
were
this
supposed to
stuff
report
out.
back from their rounds. I assumed they'd turn up. But it's been 3 days now. They're still not here.
It's a penis, yep, yep. Yep, cock is also another word for a bird or a cock on a gun. In terms of the hammer. Pussy is not a curse word. How do you know? Are you going to interpret my words for me, Lion? Are you going to take the words out of my mouth and interpret them in your own way? It's also slang, it's not really curse. So... Eat a dick, you fucking little rats. Back to fucking normal. Grabbing at technicalities. Hey, it goes both ways. On my side, 30 minutes. As soon as I saw that thing switch to 30 minutes. Nah. Do you have a clock timer? Nah. I will not pay that. Provide evidence that it was less than 30 minutes. My timer on the said says now 31 minutes. 2k points, homies. Save it, Chloe. It's not worth your time. Okay, alright. Timestamp for John's comment. We'll investigate. Trying to get money out of me. You rabbits. I understand in the great kingdom of England, cock and pussy might be considered curses. I have a fucking dirty mouth, mate. Which is interesting. Now we're getting into... Did Matt swear? Fuck off. No. The people can just... The people are against me. People are against me. Lion's 100% gonna say yes. Ooh, double on the no. By the people, for the people. Yeah, and that's not fair. I don't want to give money to myself. I'd rather give it to someone else. Yeah, claim it on tax. Alright, we need to come up with firm rules for the next time that appears. We didn't set enough ground rules. Oh, I went to tube. Alright. I passed. Echo. Buddy, what are you doing? Love you, buddy. Thank you for the one gifted. Because I went to tube. I'm still not convinced is not a bot. You voted yes, interesting.
Brasilia. Their names are Belena and Adalaro. I doubt they'll be apart. They were good rangers once, but since they've caught each other's eye, all they do is sneak off to
get to know each other.
I think they know each other very well.
Well, there's worse places to make the four-legged beast. I promise you that.
Whee.
New recruits running off with each other? Oh man, this brings me back.
Anyway, I never thought I had any
Tube
cause
isn't
for
a bot.
concern.
Confirmed?
They always found their way back eventually, but they haven't this time. They're
That's
out
nice.
there, all alone.
Do we know
and they
Jude?
could be in danger.
Is Jude from
and,
Stringforge? I'm sure a bear's eating them.
What's the matter with you? Besides, bears don't attack unprovoked. And before you start,
okay,
they
cool.
never leave themselves indisposed near a den.
I just assume most
The last time I
people
saw them, I sent them to patrol the northern riverbed. If you go that way, please, keep an eye out for them. I'm losing my mind in here.
Two young Nimdutin wandering out by a river. Consider them found.
Maybe we don't look too soon. Give them a while. Know what I mean?
Give them a while.
Yeah.
I used to be an artist. Alright, let's go collect as many quests from here as possible. Let's go see this one. That's leaving the town, right? Yeah, let's go this way.
How can you ignore what's right in front of you? The Dream Scourge is here, in the soil, and it's killing us.
One day I'm
My
gonna
goodness.
actually use an artist.
Are you a godlike?
Don't be I'm also looking to the Dream
In
Scourge.
that case, you're right
Don't
on
be
time.
that person, you know?
Maybe you can talk some sense into our governor. Put the fear of the gods in him.
Tempers are high, but I don't see any assassins. Yet.
You use their
Excuse me,
services.
But unless you have
Come on,
official
Lion.
business, I'll thank you not to involve yourself in our private discussion.
Out of here, Ignacy, you muppet. Yeah, I'm talking to this
Did you
young
hear that,
lady.
Ignacy? You should be taking notes.
Ah, of
Talking
course.
to this young
The Adirna
lady.
envoy. Ambassador Hilgard sent a missive telling me to expect you. How delightful. You speak with a measure of authority, but I caution you to remember who's in charge around here.
Now that's what I call a first impression. As you can see, I was just proving a point to our esteemed governor.
A cart full of spoiled vegetables. You call that a point?
Ha! Emerald Stair used to be a lush garden for miles around, and now I don't even recognize it. First came the invasive species, roots and mycelium growing overnight, as though nature itself had gone mad. The Dream Scourge has twisted our lands, our wildlife, and now our farms.
Good. Yeah, the worst is this place gets
Indeed.
worse and worse and worse and worse and worse.
We were fighting the Dream Scourge before it even had a name. I believe that we can restore the land, bring back its soul and its sanity, cut off the Dream Scourge at the root. Our governor would rather ignore the problem. He doesn't trust animancy as his father did.
They do. And that's the kind of reckless behavior I'm trying to avoid.
Reckless is all we have time for. Before we can deal with the Dream Scourge, we first need to understand it.
Oh, are you talking about Pixie?
Unfortunately, new experiments have to go
no,
through him.
Bueno.
Must be
Who, what,
nice
why
that all
help?
the arguing isn't about you, for once.
I'm just trying to stop Chiata from hurting herself.
Just come out here,
It's
just...
dangerous when you're
No.
shooting in the dark.
Okay. Let me take her off your hands. I'll
I
take
see
her.
you're
Let's get
unfamiliar
this female
with
companion.
animancy. You don't appreciate just how dangerous that could be. Are you going to tell him about your family's basement? Or should I?
How dare you use that against me?
I know it was an accident. But look what it cost you.
We got a rebel.
We can't let it
A
happen
rebel in our
again.
midst.
While we argue among ourselves, the Dream Scourge is tearing the living lands apart. Tearing our people apart. Really? Unexpected from an Adiran. But how could I refuse an offer like that? Well, Governor, looks like I'm taking some time away from my duties.
That's definitely not
I'll
what
trouble
an
you
angel
no
would
more.
say.
Your request is denied, Chiata.
I wasn't asking.
Your responsibilities are to the settlement. Turning away from them sets a precedent that I cannot allow.
I cannot allow.
Everything I have proposed has been for Fior, and you still refuse to cooperate. Under the circumstances, I don't have much of a choice.
Then neither do I. Chiata Castel, from this day forth, you are banished from Fior Messiverno.
Whoa, you're banishing her for that?
What?
Ignacy, we can't lose our brightest animancer in the middle of a
mup.
crisis.
Absolute
Your
little muppy
pupil
mup.
has gone too far, Quilici. Take her and leave.
What is this?
You're still a guest in my
Ba-ba-da-ba-ba-bop.
town. But to us, Chiata is an outcast.
Let's go.
Governor, this is unacceptable. Your father would have kept this community together at any cost.
Don't bother, old man. He isn't his father. I've done all I can for Fior Messiverna. But you haven't even tried. Now limp back to your giant house like a good dog. We should talk somewhere private. Meet me at my house due west by the workshop.
Another mouth to feed. Maybe we'll need to let Kai hunt more after all.
So there's that. Speak with Kyoto. There's a quest down here, I believe. What's on the phone?
Oh, you startled me. This old woman can get lost in prayer from time to time. You must be the Adiran envoy I've been hearing about. Apologies for any hardships you may have experienced getting here. The failing crops, the strange beasts, and even the Dream Scourge are all the result of our neglect of the dead.
What prayer were you talking about?
I was calling on the spirits of the recently dead to follow the guidance of Bareth, god of death.
Ooh.
I am asking the spirits to forgive us for our negligence and continue on their way without anger.
Okay.
The dead of Fior expect certain rituals to be carried out. I have failed to perform those rituals, and now the spirits are angry.
Oh yes, big brain. Are
That's
you referring
exactly
to?
it. Well done. I have always observed it, and I brought it with me when I came to Fior. Our recent dead require a final meal to ease their passage from life. Without it, they can't rejoin the cycle.
You've got people waiting in line for their next meal, and you want to waste food on the dead?
I got food from the grain merchant stores. I just need someone to leave it at the graves. The dead will take it from there.
Flesh and bone, they bring the fruit to those who cannot eat. What tree calls for its branches to endure these rituals?
True.
The ritual heals all. The spirits get one more taste of life, and the living get to offer one last gift to the dead.
Interesting. Did you steal this shit?
I did, yes. With things the way they are,
Of course you
there was no other way to get what I need for the ritual. If I didn't think this was important, I wouldn't have taken the food.
Right, you're an idiot.
But this ritual is the key to everything. I know Elena would understand how important it is to pay tribute to the dead.
Yeah, we need to
But
keep the
this
living
does
alive.
help the living. By appeasing the dead, we end the
Great.
dangers that
This bitch
anger
is woo-woo.
caused. The crops will grow again. The dream scourge will end. All will be well once more.
Yeah, it's whatever.
I like your spirit. I feel
she's
better
a
about
muppy,
this
but
already.
sure, we'll
The
do it.
first offering goes to a cliffside grave.
Understood.
The second offering goes to a grave in the swamp, far to the west from here.
Great.
The final offering should be taken to the truffle farm east of Fjord,
It's gonna be just
where a
big
family
mushrooms
lost their
everywhere.
lives to the encroaching wilds.
Here's to help you
That
go.
is the least of my worries. But yes, bringing closure to the recent dead will finally allow me a good night's sleep. I can't thank you enough.
Alright. I haven't saved since I started this stream. Crap. Alright everyone, this is going to be me for tonight. I'm going to take a slightly earlier one than I typically would. Yeah, I laughed at me for not saving. Checks out. Thank you to everyone that came on through. Thank you to all the crazy people who subbed, gifted, cheered. Love you all.